Hello and welcome back everyone to a brand new video from Exploring Eyes. So if you are following us for last few videos, you know that last year around November we went to New York. We also did South America. Those stories are about to come. They will come very soon. But we did New York specifically for 2 days, and then we went to Peru, Bolivia, Colombia, and that side of South America. So that is a part of a separate video. So in this video, we are going to talk about something which we took a lot of time to plan, and that's how you can do New York in budget. New York and budget are, you can say, oxymoron, and obviously we are not saying you can do very economically, but yeah, there are ways you can save some money when you are planning a trip to New York. It's one of the costliest city of the world, but let's see how we can break it down and have some hacks so that you can optimize your cost. So Rupali was especially excited to visit New York. So this year we planned we'll visit New York. We didn't do any other part of America. We have kept it for later. But New York was something that we wanted to take for a really long time. Obviously, you know, you need a US visa to visit New York, and we have done a very detailed video on US visa, interview preparation questions and everything. I'll put those videos on the I button or somewhere in the description box you can go through. Apart from visa, the first thing you need a flight. So we took a flight from Bangalore to New York JFK John F. Kennedy Airport, the main airport of New York, and we booked our ticket almost 6 months in advance, and it was an Emirates flight. We did economy, and we got something around 83,000, or yeah, after offer it was around 80,000 return trip from Bangalore to New York via Dubai. Without further ado, let's get started on once you land down or touch down in New York, how you can plan the next 48 hours, the best way to see maximum part of New York, but without spending a lot of money. And I will be using a lot of maps, so and I will give all those maps links in the description box, but you have to do some amount of planning. It's not very easy and convenient, but if you do some planning, you can actually visit the New York the way the New Yorkers go around the city. So let me now go and show you how the New York map looks like first, and then tell you where the airport is and how you can commute. So if you can see the screen, so this is basically the entire New York area. Now there are primarily four regions. One is the Brooklyn, then you have the Queens area, then the yellow area is the main Manhattan, and most of the things primarily are here. This is a Staten Island where the Statue of Liberty is, and this side is New Jersey, and this blue is the Hudson River. So this is the overall map of New York. So your airport is typically here. So you see this part, John F. Kennedy International Airport, that's the main airport of New York. There is also a separate airport on New Jersey which is called as Newark Airport. I'll link a video in the description box if your flight is landing to Newark, how you can use public transport to come to the heart of the city or Manhattan. I'll show you from JFK how you can go to Manhattan in a public transport. Obviously, there are multiple ways to reach from JFK to Manhattan, but obviously the costliest and the most easiest one is you are taking a taxi or an Uber, and on top of that you have to give tips which are around 5 to 10% of the bill amount. But let me show you how you can do it very cheap. So once you land at JFK Airport, the first thing you have to take a air train. You have to follow the sign to reach the air train station. Air train is, you can think JFK is a huge airport, so it has multiple terminals. So air train is just a train that takes you from the terminal that you have landed to one of the exits of the airport, where you can get a subway or you can take a bus, or you can go to the city mainly. And it takes around 10 minutes from where they pick you up and where they drop you at the end. So we landed at Terminal 4. That's where the Emirates base is in New York. So we landed at Terminal 4, and from Terminal 4 there are two main air train that runs around this, or sometimes three, but the yellow one is basically within the terminals. So we took the red one. So if you see the red line, it takes you from the terminal 4, 5, 7, 8, and then takes you all the way to Jamaica. So Jamaica is the exit on this side, and on the other side the green line that also goes through the terminal 4, but the end point here is Howard Beach. Remember, the air train is not free. It typically takes you charge you around $8 or $8.25 if I'm not wrong. So that's where they charge you. You can buy the ticket just before exiting. You don't pay, and this is a very important thing, please pay attention. You don't pay when you are taking the air train, but when you are exiting in Jamaica or you are exiting in Howard Beach. Most of the time you will come to Jamaica because that's the time when you come out of the air train and first time enter the New York City. And you have multiple subway options once you come out of Jamaica air train. The moment you come out of the gate, you walk a minute on the left and you first see the LIRR station and a rail line, which is Long Island Railroad. I'll talk about that in a bit. That also takes you to Manhattan. The other option is taking a subway of E, Z and Z. So these are one of the three ones. I'll show you the subway map in very detail. But you come out to Jamaica if you have to take these trains. The other option is you can go to Howard Beach and from there you can come to this side also. So that's also an option. But remember about the payment, you pay only when you are exiting through the air train or at Jamaica or at Howard Beach. If you get down in any of the between station and keep roaming around between this, you will not pay a single penny. But the thing is, you have to take a subway, you have to get out at Jamaica or at a Howard Beach. Before I show you how to do this, you also remember there is one way you can actually avoid paying the air train fare of $8.25, which we did not do. But you can go to Howard Beach, don't exit. And this is the station where you get the subway tickets. And here also in Jamaica, you get the subway tickets. So at E or at LIRR, you don't necessarily pay. You can take the subway tickets on any one of Jamaica or Howard Beach. So you go to Howard Beach station, but don't exit. You take the subway ticket, which is before the exit of air train, and take the opposite air train towards Lefferts Boulevard, and that's where you get down. And from here, you actually can come out of the city, but you don't get a subway, you get a bus. You see the NYC buses, this Q3, Q10, B15, one of these buses goes to the one of the subway station. And if you take a bus and then you take a subway within 2 hours, if I'm not wrong, I think that's the time frame, you have to pay only either in the bus or in the subway. If you are taking the bus, you pay in the bus, which is $2.90, and then for the subway you don't have to pay. So basically at $2.90 you can actually reach from JFK to all the way to Manhattan. That's the cheapest option to do that, but that's a bit of a hassle because you have to go to Howard Beach, don't exit, take a ticket, come back to Lefferts Boulevard. From here, take a bus to one of the subway station. I'll tell you the subway station in a bit. The same subway station we take from here in E, you have to come to the same subway station from here. So from here to here, you have to come in a bus and then take the subway station from here. So that's why you avoid paying that $8.25 air train fee. That's one way, but that's a bit time consuming, we understand. We took first the air train, so we get down at Jamaica. And remember one thing, if you are taking a subway, you can take the subway ticket in Jamaica, but for the air train, they give you a card. Now you can take one card. For if you are more than one person, you don't have to take multiple cards. You can take one card, you swipe out, give back the card to the other person can also swipe out. Remember, there are 4 persons at a time can swipe through a single card. So we took one card and both of us were there, so swipe it twice, so we paid around $17. But here is a catch. If you are coming back to the airport, and this is I'm talking about the air train ticket, if you are coming back to the airport within 30 days, because the air train ticket card is has a validity of 30 days. So if you're coming back to the airport, and if you are more than one person, you can take a $25 card. And trust us, we did it, and which was supposed to be 2 tickets while going to the Manhattan and 2 tickets while coming from Manhattan to JFK, because when you come, you also come towards either station E and then take a air train to go to Terminal 4. You can't directly come to Terminal 4 in a subway. So you have to take a air train again going to the terminal where your flight is leaving New York in JFK. So you have to take a air train again, but that time also you have to pay $8.25. So if you are 2 person at least and taking the air train twice, it's basically a 4 ticket, which is around $33, but you pay $25 and you can use it up to 10 times. So even if you have one more time entering New York and coming out of New York, it's still 2%. So it's total 8 times. You still save a lot of money. So $25, you can swipe that card 10 times. Yes, at a time 4 person can do it. So basically 4 swipes are available. We did that $25 and we were all set for all the air trains for the next 10 rides. So that's one hack that you can use. And we pay that $25 because we were supposed to come back through JFK in the next couple of days after, because we have a flight to Colombia. So that's what we did, and all our swipes are covered. So that's all about air train. Once you come out of Jamaica, there are two options. One is LIRR, which is a faster option, because LIRR, think of this as a speed train or a galloping train, which does not stop at all the stations. So it directly stops at Grand Central and Penn Station. So let me show you the subway map. So this is the subway map. So here it's a bit different map, but I'll show you. So this is the JFK Airport, Howard Beach. So this is one area. So from here, they don't show the air train ticket here, but you understand, you get down here once you're coming to Jamaica. So this is the station E. So once you get down at Jamaica, here you go a bit and then you take a train of E. Now, if you see the map here, this is the same station at Jamaica, which is Suptine Boulevard. So you get down at Jamaica somewhere here from the air train and then go and take the train E. You can take all these trains, and I'll explain this map in a bit. You can take any of these train, but if you are going to Manhattan, this is the train you should take, and take E, and this is the station of Suptine Boulevard. Now, the other part I was talking about, if you do the bus route without paying the air train ticket from this particular station of Lefferts Boulevard, you have to take the bus which goes to this station, which is Suptine Boulevard. And that's where you get this train E, which is going all the way. If you follow this blue line of train E, then this is going all the way to the World Trade Center somewhere here. Yeah, here is the World Trade Center. This is the last stop of train E. So the train goes all the way, and you have to, when you are going to this subway station, always see the train towards World Trade Center, and that's where you should board the train. You should not board the train on the other side. It's always, remember, when you are taking a NYC subway, it always talks about the train to the last station. So the last station of this train E is WTC or World Trade Center. You have to take this train and it will come all the way. Okay, and this is the area of Manhattan. This entire area is Manhattan. So this is the Penn Station. There is also a Penn Station, because you can see there are two Penn stations. So 34th Street Penn Station here, 34th Street Penn Station here, same station, but due to different trains running through them and different sections of the station, they are given it two different names, but we can connect very much walking within this. So you take a $2.90 ticket at the Suptine Boulevard station when you come out of the air train and go left a bit more, and you all the way come to this 42nd Street. Here is the 42nd Street is the stop for Times Square. You get down here, and then what you can do is, depending on your hotel, you can take another train. You have to see which is the nearest subway station of your stay. We stayed at the, not exactly at the heart of Manhattan, but very much upper Manhattan, which is also a very costly area. So this is the way you can commute, and this takes a bit longer but much lesser than taking a bus and take a subway to avoid the air train ticket. Air train ticket, like I said, it's a way to save money if you take the $25 ticket. But if you are in a hurry, you can also take LIRR, or that's a train that directly starts from, it's not at Suptine Boulevard, but before Suptine Boulevard, 20-30 meter before, you see another station that goes inside, and you can take that station to a train called LIRR, or Long Island Railroad train, which comes directly to the Grand Central station here, or it will stop you at a Penn station here. It does not stop any other place, so it directly stops at Grand Central. here, which is one of the station, or stop at Penn Station. So you can get down here and then find out how you can go. Now you don't have to completely grab this map if you want to navigate New York. The best part of New York is you can very well put a thing in a Google map and search. So for example, if I'm at, let's say, Jamaica or Jamaica station, and from here, let's say I want to go to Times Square, so it will tell me, and you see this option, this is the driving option, this is the rail option. So you select this rail option and it will tell you how you can go. So the fastest way is always the LIRR. So you see the details and it exactly follows. So if you can follow this, you will not get lost. So it takes you walk for a bit, a minute. Like I said, you come out of the air train and on the left it's basically the first is LIRR entrance. So you take the LIRR, within 20 minutes you are at Penn Station. You walk for 2 minutes, go to the 34th Street Penn Station like I have shown you in earlier, and from there you walk for another 2 minutes and you go to the 42nd Street, which is the Times Square. That's how easy it is to follow, and that's how you can roam around the entire New York by following this Google map and see which train to take. But it has a bit learning curve, but if you follow this, you can get it. And there are quite a few videos which goes very deep on how to go through, to navigate through New York subway, how to read the particular signs. I'll give that link in the description. But that's how we normally did. We have not taken any Uber in New York, we did all in a subway. So that was one of the key things I just wanted to spend some time on, how to navigate from airport to subway, because that's the main cost. The other thing that you can save money on, basically staying in a hostel, because if you are in New York you will always go out, so you can avoid staying in a hotel which are very costly. And if you are specifically in the center Manhattan, you can stay in Brooklyn or in New Jersey, where you get a little cheaper options, like a 6,000 7,000 per night kind of an option. But that requires some amount of time to come to the Manhattan. And like I said, Manhattan is the heart of all things, so you need to maximize your time in Manhattan, and specifically if you are there for 2 days like us. So we stayed in Manhattan. High New York City hostel is one option, YMCA is another option. There are multiple other hostels, but that also, even a bunk bed there will cost you something around 5,000-6,000 per bunk bed. So basically 10 to 12,000 for 2 people, which is costly, but given the location it's very good. So that's what you can do in terms of stay, or you choose a Airbnb either in Brooklyn or in New Jersey and commute in a subway. So the big part of New York City subway is, it does not matter you go for 20 station or 30 station or 2 station or 3 station, it's always $3 per person. Again, you can get the subway card once you are coming out of the airport, and from the air train you can get the subway card. It takes $1 they charge for the card, and that one card is also enough if you up to for 4 people. So again, you can swipe that 4 times. But be a little careful in subway stations, because a lot of time if your swipe is wrong and you didn't realize that your swipe is wrong, or sometimes swipe is right, but the wheel does not rotate and you can't go out to swipe again, and it charges $3 twice. It happened with us a couple of times. We lost around $6, but that's fine. That's a learning, that's the money we paid for learning the subway. Now, second part, before I come to how you can spend the 2 days in understanding the itinerary of or basically see around New York, the first thing is the food. Now you can eat food outside. There are multiple options, and there are few options where you should try. But again, we were a little tight on budget, so we did not try the restaurants outside, and we don't have any shame to say we haven't tried any of the restaurants outside. So what we have done is, there are enough trucks called Halal Guys. You have seen multiple places. You can try there. It's a $5, $6 kind of a hot dog or any of the things, and everything typically is around less than $10. So that's a good option. And the other option is classic $1 pizza. The $1 pizza is no more $1 pizza, it's $1.5 across. But that's what another option is. You can try those pizzas, and these are the typically 2 options if you want to avoid it out. We carried some of the ready to eats from India, so mix of ready to eat, Halal Guys, and $1.50 pizza is what we have all eaten in the 2 days we were in New York. So that's the food, that's the stay, and that's the commute. So these are the main 3 areas where you spend money on New York, and these are the things you can do. Now, last part, let me show you what are the things you should see in New York and how you can optimize the route so that you don't pay a lot of money in subway by going up and down. So for example, we were in High New York City hostel, and so we were in High New York City, so I'll show you. So first, this is the High New York City hostel, and this is in the central part of Manhattan. So this entire belt is Manhattan. This is the Statue of Liberty towards the end, and this is the lower Manhattan where the financial districts are. So this is the upper part of Manhattan. I'll show you. So from High New York City, we went to Central Park to Bethesda Fountain, which is a beautiful, gorgeous fountain within the Central Park. But walking Central Park in itself is a huge bucket list. So from Central Park, we have walked the entire Fifth Avenue. Now this is a very iconic avenue of New York where all the big brands are lined up. So we have walked Fifth Avenue, which is just opposite to that. And once we have done that, from there we have come to Times Square. So that was all about typically day one that we have spent. This is all we have walked from High New York City. New York, you have to clock 20-25,000 steps per day. That's why you do justice to the city. And from here we have taken, again, like I have shown you, taken a subway to reach the High New York City back. That's the first day, half of a day. But the second day, what we did, we start from High New York City hostel, we directly went to Empire State Building. Again, obviously we did not walk all the way to Empire State Building, so I'll show you. So from here, there are options. So if you go to this rail option, you can see how. So you take the High New York City, you go to take the route 1 towards South Ferry, which is basically down. South is basically down towards the financial district. So South Ferry is the end station, so that's why it says train to South Ferry. So 103rd Street is basically the closest subway from the High New York City hostel, from where we go to Times Square, walk for 2 minutes, and then we took another train and go to the Empire State Building. Or you can directly take a train to Penn Station, and from Penn Station you can walk to the Empire State Building. So that's what we did to start the second day. From Empire State Building, we went to the Hudson Yard. That's a beautiful Hudson Yard next to the river, and the view is amazing. So I'll show you from Empire State Building. So from Empire State Building, we went to Hudson Yard, which is just next to the river. From there, we walked to the vessel. Again, a very beautiful building, and then through the High Lines. So High Lines is basically a deserted rail track, elevated from the normal road. Again, we have done a very detailed video, you can go through that. So from Vessel, we have gone to the Bryant Park. Again, there was a beautiful Christmas market set over there, so we have walked all the way to Bryant Park. So I'll just show you. So Empire State Building to Hudson Yard to Vessel, to came back to all the way to Bryant Park. Now you can start from Hudson Yard, but that was on the other side of subway. We have to change multiple subways, so we have started from Empire State Building and again came back to somewhere here. It's all walking. We haven't taken any subway apart from the first subway from hostel to the Empire State Building. So from Bryant Park, we went to the Grand Central Station. That's an iconic station. You should spend a lot of time in acknowledging the beauty around Grand Central Station. So from Grand Central Station, we went again back to Times Square. We loved the night in Times Square. First day we were tired and it was raining very heavily, so we spent a lot of time in Times Square, and then again back to the city, back to our hostel. So that's all about the first day. So first 2 days we typically did the upper Manhattan and the midtown Manhattan, where all the buildings and stuff there. And the third day we typically went a bit down. So we started from High New York City hostel. From High New York City hostel, we again went to Bryant Park directly, because we love this park. So we again went to Bryant Park. We took a train to Bryant Park, and from Bryant Park we start walking towards down. So we have gone to Chinatown, which is an iconic place of beautiful Chinese foods available, and you can actually see authentic Chinese food. New York, we have seen also a very diverse place, and actually the amalgamation of multiple cultures coming together and authenticity of every culture. So we walked all the way to Chinatown. From there we went to the iconic Brooklyn Bridge. So this is all towards the lower part of Manhattan, and as we all know is a lower Manhattan. So from Chinatown we have gone to the Brooklyn Bridge, which is walk through the Brooklyn Bridge. It's an amazing experience. From Brooklyn Bridge we have typically gone to the financial district, which is basically the new iconic New York Stock Exchange. So from here we've gone to the New York Stock Exchange. So we haven't crossed to the Brooklyn Bridge on the other side. We have gone to the Midway and came back. So here is the all the big things of NYC. This is the main financial district. You have New York Stock Exchange, you have 9/11 Memorial, World Trade Center, all around this place. So from NYC we have gone to the Big Bull. So this is the Big Bull place right there. From there we have gone to the WTC or World Trade Center. Again, very much just across the road, just a very small walk from here, and from there the iconic 9/11 Memorial. So this takes the almost the whole day to experience. If you have time, go through the 9/11 Memorial show. You have to pay a bit, but all this is taking one subway and not taking any other subway. And there is also a One World Center from where you can see the beautiful view of Manhattan, but that costs around 4,000 rupees per person, or 50 to $60 per person. And typically when during the sunset the prices are a little higher, and at the early part of the evening because of the night light the parties are. But we didn't do that, but we did another beautiful thing to close our New York, which is from here we have taken from the World Trade Center station. This is a station, World Trade Center station. We have taken subway to Exchange Place, Jersey City. So this is just the path on the other side of the Hudson River. So it's on the Jersey City. So World Trade Center is the last station in the Manhattan side, and the Jersey Exchange is the first station on the New Jersey side. So once you cross the river through the subway under the river, you go and come out of the Jersey Exchange side. You see the entire landscape of lower Manhattan right in front of you across the Hudson River. It's a beautiful sight. Best part, it's totally free. So that's how we have done the 2 days in New York. We have talked about all the ways you can save money around New York. So hope the video helps you to plan, and also go through the videos that we'll put in the description box. Those videos helped us immensely, and for any doubt please reach out to us, and hope you can do New York on a budget. And see you next time in the next video. Bye.